everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am not talking about a BL series. I'm not talking about anything pop culture. I'm going to talk about today a traumatic experience that has happened in my life, in my family's life, dealing with the police. In 2019, we lived in La Vista, Nebraska. We lived at an address 7208 Josephine Court. It's been a while, so I don't remember what the apartments are called. But we lived there. It was me and my mom. And my brother at the time was married to somebody who was toxic, and he had to stay with us for a bit until he could get his situation in order, better. So, for anyone who doesn't know, I suffer from mental health problems. Since I was 4, I have been diagnosed with a multitude of things, to name some: bipolar disorder, ADHD, ADD, ODD, Tourette syndrome. When I was 16, I was diagnosed with more stuff: intermittent explosive disorder and conduct disorder, which basically means I don't take well to authority. Then, I'm good now. But that's not the point that I'm trying to make. For more information, let's add my mom's physical health symptoms. My mom does deal with depression because of her family. And she also deals with a bunch of physical illness. She has arthritic pains. She has osteoarthritis as well as rheumatoid arthritis. She has DVTs in her lungs and legs, which is basically blood clots. She has nerve damage in her lower back, as well as from her feet to her knees, from her fingertips to her elbows. And she struggles to remember things. She takes a lot of pain medication because she can't live without those. Like, she literally can't. She won't be able to walk. She will be bedridden because she will be in a lot of pain. She wouldn't be able to be a mother, a person, basically. So there's that. Then let's put my brother up in here. He has mental problems, but he's one of those people that refuses to get help to get on medication because he thinks he doesn't need it, which he kind of doesn't because he's not like me. I wouldn't be able to work, and I don't work because I'm on disability. I can't work. I wouldn't be able to work if I didn't have medication. And I mean, like, as a person, I wouldn't work properly. I have a chemical imbalance in my brain. So when I get pissed, when I get angry, things don't connect up here without medication. That is like, hold up, wait a minute, think about this. Do you really want to do this? Do you know the consequences that are going to be caused if you do this? I speed past that without medication, and I act. I don't think. And that's not because I choose not to think. It's because somehow God decided that I needed these problems. And so I have them. I've been on medication since I was 4. A lot of medication I've taken have caused me to blow up physically, be overweight. A lot of medication didn't work. They might have worked for a few months, but my body got immune to it and they didn't work anymore. At 26, I'm currently on medication that helps. But yesterday I went to a doctor's appointment and I have been diagnosed with severe anxiety with symptoms of paranoia. What caused my anxiety and paranoia? This is why I'm making this video, to explain why I currently have anxiety and paranoia. Before I get to that, telling you why, I'm going to explain what I go through when I'm left alone, when I'm by myself. Obviously, looking at me, you can tell that I am a black person. I am a black woman. My mom is a black woman. My brother is a darker black male. I have a black nephew now. He's 1 year old. He's adorable. When my mom leaves the house, I get worried when she's gone for long periods of time. Not because she's old, not because the weather and conditions in Nebraska are trash, especially during this time of the year. I get scared because my mom, she's frail, but she's not. But you have a lot of people in this world who are evil, who sees a black woman and decides, I feel threatened. I feel like my life is in danger because I see a black person. What is stopping somebody from killing my mom? And then what am I left with? Yeah, I have my brother, but we are not close. We are not at the point where I feel confident that I can go to my brother. My mom has been my rock for 26 years. My mom has been my best friend for 26 years. My mom has been my constant for 26 years. My mom feels in her bones that she will leave this earth soon, if not tomorrow, in a few years. She is preparing me for that. She is putting things in my name. She is making sure that stuff comes out of my bank account. So when she is gone, I have nothing to worry about. Now, what happens when my mom is gone for a long period of time is I have a breakdown. I get emotional. I feel like something bad has happened to her. She's gotten hit by a car. Somebody went crazy. She slipped and fell, hit her head, busted it open. And then I have to run to my neighbor's house, knock on their door, crying, can I please use your phone to call my mom? Can I please use your phone to call my brother to see if she went there, to see if he can get a hold of her? And it's unfair that I have to go through this. I worry about my nephew's future. I worry about my brother's future. As a black man, as a black person, I don't leave my house unless I have a doctor's appointment, because I have to go to my doctor's appointments. I need to go to my doctor's appointments. Because if I don't get my medication, I become a psychopath, basically. So, what has caused my anxiety and my paranoia? Well, in 2019, my brother was sleeping in our apartment at the time on the living room floor on a mattress. Me and my mom's bedrooms were upstairs. It was like early 6, 7 in the morning. Kids going to school, parents getting ready to go to work. Just a normal morning for most people. My mom hears a very aggressive banging on our front door. My brother wakes up. Before my mom can get downstairs, he looks outside. He sees a bunch of police officers with riot gear on, with shields. My brother's getting ready to run to the basement to hide. Not because he's guilty of anything, but because as a black man, as a black family, as a black person who has no criminal record, who goes to work, has 2 jobs, and goes to college full time, what do you do in this situation? Why would police officers, about 7, 8 police officers, be at my family's door when none of us have any criminal record? That's strange, right? My mom says, go sit on the couch, calm down, do not say anything. My mom was a lawyer. She knows our rights. She knows the amendment. She knows the laws. It doesn't matter where we live. Opens the door. These cops burst into our door, our front door, push my mom out the way, basically, and have guns drawn at my mom and brother at this point, and have riot shields blocking. And I'm a deep sleeper. I'm upstairs. I don't sleep clothed. So I'm knocked out upstairs, and then I hear, like, basically, I was scared awake by the sound of, if it was like the house was coming off the hinges, because the cops were storming up the stairs. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. They bust into my door with their guns pointed at me, yelling at me to get up, get some clothes on, come downstairs. So they watch me, a fat, naked black girl, get up and go down, get dressed and go downstairs. I'm scared. My mom asked them, why are you here? Why are you in our home with riot gear and guns drawn at us? They asked my brother a bunch of questions. Where were you at this time? What did you do this day? Were you out of town? My brother says no. Cops asked him, what do you do for a living? My brother says, I work 2 jobs, one at Roadhouse, one DJing. I travel to DJ people's weddings, and I go to college at UNO. So they showed us a bunch of pictures, asked us, do we know these people? Have we seen this guy, which is another black dude? We say no, we have never met anyone of that description. I don't know anybody. And they basically tell us that they are looking for a black man who has committed capital murder in a different state. Of course, my mom, being lawfully knowledgeable, was asking them a bunch of questions. Do you have an arrest warrant? Do you have a search warrant? You have entered my home illegally. If you do not show a search warrant, you do not enter my house. That is common law for any cop. When you become a cop, you should know this. You should know the laws of the state that you are deciding to serve in, to serve and protect people in. When my mom asked that question, they left. They looked at her like she was crazy. They didn't give no explanation. They didn't bust out no search warrant here. This is what we have. You can stop questioning us. No. They got in their cars and they left. After that situation, things were different between the 3 of us. Not our relationship, but our mental was fucked up. My brother only had 3 hours in math in order to graduate college. He was going to graduate with a degree in broadcasting and journalism. My brother has won awards for UNO that has not been won before. My brother was a commentator for the Omaha Beef for football. He had all this stuff going for him, and he just couldn't do it anymore. His mind was messed up. He was worried about what people would think of him, because these people know him. They know what's going on. Nebraska isn't that big. So when you live in Omaha, when you live in Papillion, people know. People you go to school with, people you work with. He was embarrassed. Why should he be embarrassed of something that he didn't do? They don't know. The people that he goes to school with, they don't know he didn't do it. So because of that situation, My brother's dealing with things mentally as well. He can't keep a job. He doesn't leave the house. He has a wife and a baby that he has to take care of. He just can't do it. My mom has to give them money for bills and rent every month. My mom has to drive my nephew and his mom to doctor's appointments because my brother's not in the mental state to leave his house. Me, as a person who already struggles with mental health problems, now has anxiety and paranoia. When I can't be in a large, crowded place. I do not like going to the store. I do not like going to the mall. And I love clothes. I love shoes. I love to shop. But I can't do that anymore. I fear to go check my mail. I fear to take out the trash. Though I do take out the trash because nobody wants the house stank, you know. But I can't do things that I want to do because I'm scared to. How would I know that a cop wouldn't just shoot me and I'm at a festival or something? I do not trust anybody outside my house. I want to get my driver's license. I'm 26. I want to be able to take my mom to her doctor's appointments. I want to go back to college. I want to own my own businesses. I have a plan in my head for the things that I want to do. But I am scared to do them. My life is not promised when I leave this house. If I stay in the house, I know I'm going to wake up every day, God willing. So, my mom, since 2019, she's been calling attorneys. She's been calling lawyers, telling them about our story. They will not help us. They say we should find somebody that lives outside of Nebraska but has a license to practice in Nebraska because nobody in Nebraska wants to take the case. They don't want nothing to happen to their career. They don't want anything to happen to their credibility. I don't know what I would have to do, what my family would have to do to have people take us seriously. You have all these black attorneys representing these black families who have been through more severe problems than us, but there's still problems. How do my mom and my brother or me or all three of us have to get shot by the police in order for us to have a case? For other people to take the case, for attorneys to do their job and defend the wronged? Like, I don't understand what the problem is. I'm convinced that I need to go to a pawn shop, buy multiple guns, and shoot up a bunch of places. Because maybe then, with my mental health issues, people can finally be like, well, what's going on? What caused this? What made her snap? Because apparently, other than that, nobody's going to do anything. So I want to ask people, should I go shoot up a grocery store? Should I go shoot up a corner store, a church, a school to get people's attention? My family has been wronged. No, none of us are dead. But we have been wronged. We've had our privacy invaded. We've had our minds fucked up because the police decided that they want to raid our house wrongfully. They did not show a search warrant. They did not show an arrest warrant. So what gave them the right to invade our home? What do we have to do in order to get people to pay attention, to listen to our story, to help us get justice? I don't understand. Like, as a mentally ill person, should I have attacked the cop because I felt my life, my family was in danger? Then that resulted in me getting shot. Then my mom and brother reacting. And them getting shot. Then who would report our story? Who would know about the wrongdoing that happened to us because we would be dead? I just don't know what to do. My mom and I are emailing people. I am writing handwritten letters with my mom to mail to news people, to mail to attorneys. We are going up to the Sarpy County Police Department to file anything. We are a lawsuit. That's what we want to do. We want to file a lawsuit against Sarpy County because of what was done to us. There was no reason that should have happened to us. How did they even get our address? How did they even get us as suspects? That's what I want to know. I have a thought on how they got our address. I know somebody, our neighbor at the time. That I know she said something. Because she was mad at my brother, but I'm not going to get into the why. I'm not going to get into that. But I suspect that because the person that committed capital murder was her friend. He would come to her house. I have never talked to anybody except her, because she would always get my mom to babysit her kids. And I would see her hanging out with the dude that they mistake my brother for. So I know how they got our address. I know how they thought that it was my brother. Because that was her friend. My neighbor at the time. Our neighbor. That we gave food to. Because she could never find a job. Because she would rather sleep around and have kids than have my mom babysit those kids. My mom didn't charge her money. Out of the goodness of her heart, my mom understands what she's going through. Because she has 2 kids, me and my brother, that she had to raise alone. She didn't have no help. She had to figure out how to deal with me by herself. So I know how they got our address, how they suspected my brother. But I want somebody who knows the law, who has a license to do something about it. I want my family to be taken seriously. We don't have to be murdered to have a case. I know that. So what I'm asking people who view this, not only to share this story about the injustice, about the horror that my family, my black family faced, but I'm going to leave my social medias, my email in the description. If you know a lawyer, an attorney that you think could help us, give us advice, give us somebody's name that we can call to have them represent us, DM me on my social medias, email me phone numbers, email me emails, email me and DM me names, numbers, emails, fax numbers, how to get in contact with people, where they are. Please help me help my family. I will not forget anybody who decides that they want to give me the number to an attorney, a lawyer, somebody who knows an attorney, a lawyer, an attorney, a lawyer, practice. Can you please email and DM me? I will leave my email and social medias in the description of anybody that could help. That's what I want. That's what I ask of you guys. I don't have that many subscribers. I have friends that I will send this video to who can help get my story, my family's story out, so we can have some justice, because we didn't do anything to deserve what happened to us. So yeah, this is not the usual YouTube videos that I put out usually. And I'm sorry, my hand is shaking, but that's what happens when you have anxiety. So, with my YouTube from here, I have been watching, videos and shows, so I will try to put out other things, in the coming days, weeks. I have a list of shows and, just shows that I want to recommend artists that I want to recommend. So I will do videos on that probably today. But yeah, if anyone can help us, anyone knows any lawyers, any attorneys, it would help immensely, and I will not forget those who help. Just that's all I ask. So I thank you. I pray that this 2023 will not be so stressful for y'all. I pray that all the things you hope to accomplish, all the things you wish to achieve, you achieve, you accomplish. I want that for y'all. If any of you are dealing with anything mentally, emotionally, physically, I will pray to God that whatever you're struggling with, whatever you are dealing with, that you won't have to deal with it much longer, because you don't deserve that. Nobody deserves to go through stress when they can be happy doing other things, accomplishing new hobbies, goals. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thanks.